Hi friends, we had Sanskrit in school for 5 years, and so one day, on a lark, I picked up a book which was the complete works of Kalidasa in Sanskrit, translated into Hindi, as you know, also. Now, the teacher was mighty impressed, but when I started flipping through it, I could not take off my eyes from the book. And I continued reading it because it's a very heavy book for many years, and it changed my life forever. Before I go into how, if you like books on spirituality, literature, history, please check out my series on spirituality and history, etc. playlist. Now, I presume most of you know who Kalidas is, the greatest poet in Sanskrit history. No one really knows where he came from, but they say he came from the region near Kashmir. He was in the court of King Vikramaditya of Ujjain. But most importantly, he was as great a playwright as a poet. Quickly talking about the stuff about him that really impressed me was the fact that, uh, the story goes like this. He was ridiculed by a princess for being an idiot, and then in that anger he learned Sanskrit, mastered it, and many of his first plays and etc. were started with the first line saying, I will not say it in Sanskrit, do you have now anything more, you can say, valuable to add, showing the level of his learning now. Now to Abhijanan Shakuntalam. You see, this is a story that is there in the Mahabharata. So when I started reading it, I was like, what more could be there? Because till that time I always thought that the plot was the essence of a story. But how, despite knowing a plot, language in a play can make you enthralled is what I learned from Abhijanan Shakuntalam. How a simple fable story that almost all of us have heard, it could be in a 2-page story written in for a simple child, can be written in a manner that can weave a web around your heart is what I learned from Abhijanan Shakuntalam. And I realized how profound beauty can be there in the Sanskrit language, how mesmerizing a use of words can be. Apart from his plays, he has written many great poems, epic poems like Raghuvansham, about the story of the house of Raghu, Kumar Sambhavam, okay, which is about the birth of Kumar and to Parvati. But my favorite has to be this beauty called Meghadutam. Meghadutam impressed me when I was still in school, and it enthralls me every time I still get a chance to read it. It's a simple story about this god who is now banished from the Himalayas somewhere in central India, and when he sees a cloud pass by, he says, you shall be heading north, so you shall meet my love. And in a way, he's telling that, okay, pass on my love, and on another level he tells him all the sights he will see when he crosses all of North India all the way to Himalayas. It's not just a love story which is at the first level. It's not just a story which is like describing scenic beauty. That is the second level of Meghadutam. But the third and the most beautiful level is the description in which the man feels one with the rain, with the clouds, and the entire universe. I mean, where you feel that you are one with the clouds. It changed my concept of spirituality forever. It is so enchantingly written that you automatically realize all this stuff today talked in terms of New Age philosophy simply comes to your minds, wherein you are one with your universe. Now, finally, apart from talking about Kalidasa, I just want to add one thing. Since I had read Kalidasa and since I had read Sanskrit, in college times when I read Shakespeare, while I was impressed by Shakespeare, and I'm still a very big fan, I did not develop the concept that English or English education is superior to Indian education. You see, when you're confident from the inside, you don't disparage or humiliate other cultures. You don't go around saying that English are nothing great, because you're confident from the inside. So I can speak in English and yet be proud of my heritage. And that is why I feel that a bit of Sanskrit, I am not saying how many years, I am not even saying full-fledged, even if it's a few chapters with Hindi translation or whatever, should be taught to every Indian in school. And any Indian who has not learnt it should make some efforts to learn some Sanskrit shlokas with their Hindi translations, because learning Sanskrit truly unites us, truly makes you feel proud of these thousands of years of heritage. When I say that, I definitely do not mean that the other great old language of this country, Tamil, should not be respected. In some manner, I think all of us should make to learn a bit about Tamil culture. If you cannot learn Tamil, a few words in Tamil, maybe read about Tamil saints and Tamil writers and know about the rich heritage. Because it's only through that we will truly, essentially feel proud of this magnificent culture, and then we shall not be able to love the Western civilization's values as much, because we will feel confident from the inside. It will not be about either English or India, either the Western style or the Indian style, but it will be, we are ready to embrace the West while being truly Indian at heart. Thank you.